We're at Plymouth Marine Laboratory today in the southwest of England. My name is Amy and I work as a science communicator here, and I want to bring you along with me as I speak to scientists who are doing incredible marine science to understand the complex marine environment and help solve the challenges it faces. Today we're going to be meeting Tom Mesher, a benthic ecologist, meaning he studies the organisms that live at the bottom of the ocean to understand the interactions between these organisms and their environment. Tom is going to show us some of the incredible, almost alien-like organisms that they find during their benthic survey just off the coast of Plymouth. So let's go and find him in the lab. Hi Tom.
Hi.
Thank you for showing us some samples from the benthos. So what is the benthos?
So the benthos is just the seabed. The seabed is full of life, not just in tropical coral seas, but also off the coast of England too. So we have polychaetes in here. These are generally very small in this sample, but they can also be very large, like this one here. We have arthropods. This group includes crabs and shrimp, which roam the seafloor, such as the crab here. We also have a hermit crab. This one has eggs. And we have echinoderms, for example, the sea stars, like this one here. There are also mollusks, such as clams and sea slugs. So here we have a clam, and also a sea slug, or an epistobranch.
So incredible how much is right out there that most of us will probably never see. But then how do you know what it all is?
So when we bring our samples back from our research vessel, we categorize them, classify them, which is called taxonomy, and I can show you how we do that over here. We use taxonomic keys and look for specific features on each specimen to identify the species name. So some of the key identification features for the crabs, specifically these crabs, are the length of the rostrum, which is between the eyes, the structure. So you can look at the size and length of the rostrum. As you can see here, they vary between species. You can also look at the carapace, which is the body, and you can look at the shape of it, as well as if there are any key features on it, like such as these spines, but also the spines on the carapace, the number of them and the size of them, as they vary between species. You can also look at the legs, the pigmentation, if there is any, and you can also look at the setae on the body and how long the setae is as well. We then record all the species found in each sample. So you can see here we have species names in the rows. We also have an abundance of how many there are per species, and also the biomass per species. This data allows us to look at changes over time. Some species may increase, others may decrease, and you can look for indicator species that are sensitive to change.
And what is all this data used for?
The data we gather from the benthic survey supports our research. It helps us manage ecosystems, also helps us forecast ocean changes, and informs government.
So can anyone do this kind of ID, or do you really have to be a scientist to be able to do it?
Yeah, of course, anyone could have a go. I have some crabs here for us to look at, so if you stick some gloves on to handle them, I'll move these over. And we can have a look at their key identification features and use the key in the book with some images, and we'll have a go at identifying the species. So we have the rostrum at the front, you have the carapace, being the body in the middle with the spines, you have the legs over here with sea scrubs, and there are some fine setae that you can't really see like this, but there's some fine setae there too.